All right, so before we get on to the video, I wanted to go over some updates to the Mustang real quick, so let's get into that. So if we come to the front right here, you're gonna notice something a little different, and that is that you can see the ground now right through here, and that is because my splash guard, belly pan, whatever you want to call it, it's gone. Now, this did not happen by choice. I was taking a friend on a ride in the Mustang, after I supercharged it and everything, and we hit a speed that I will not disclose, and it just came right off. It actually flew out the back of the car, and I looked out the back of my car and saw it fly up 50 feet into the air. Didn't know what it was. I was like, oh God. Luckily, it wasn't actually anything bad. As far as like what this has done to the car, after coming off this little piece right here, yeah, this is done for on both sides. So that little like kind of splash guard piece right there that goes in the fender well, that's done for. Like I said, it's done on both sides. So yeah, this is kind of cool. Not really, but yeah. And then also, if we pop the hood real quick, I will show you the other thing. The thing that actually scared the crap out of me is this little piece right here. So when this splash guard came off, this little piece was dangling down there on the ground, and it was about an inch off the ground. And I was like, what in the... And I had no idea what this was. So I had to text somebody and be like, yo, what is this? Because I had no idea what this was. This is the oil drain plug, where when you're doing your oil change for the supercharger, makes it super simple to drain it. And luckily, this just, disconnecting from the belly pan is not actually a big deal. I just have to find a place to put it. Luckily, I always know where to put it, and I just stuck it right in here, and it hasn't moved since. So it's pretty secure there. It's not going anywhere, and yeah. So far, the car runs like a dream. The supercharger has been great. It has been a lot of fun. I'm already working on taking this car to the next level. I have already ordered a new pulley that's going on the head unit. So this pulley is a 4.38 inch, and right now it makes about 5.5 pounds boost. I ordered a 4.1, and that should push this car to probably about 7 or 8 pounds boost, hopefully. That's what I'm pushing for anyways, and that'll crank up the power just a little bit. And then I'm also getting some drag radials to go on the back, since I do not take this car to the drag strip a whole lot. I didn't get like some of the better ones. I just ended up getting the Nitto NT 555Rs, because I know that they're kind of the best drag radial for like daily driving, and I still drive this a good bit. But I did get a new car, and the new car is now my main daily, and I'm about to show you it, and I'm about to explain why. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what this new car is. I've been posting it along with my Mustang on there, and it's pretty cool. I like it. It might not be for everybody, but here it is. Here's the reveal. So I got an Audi. Let's take a look at my new to me 2018 Audi S3 in Vegas yellow. All right, so this is my 2018 Audi S3 in Vegas yellow, and this thing is literally the perfect daily, and I'm about to get into why. The main reason I got this car, the main reason is for the fuel economy. I wanted a 4-cylinder turbo. I know there's a couple of other options out there for that 4-cylinder turbo. I considered an Elantra N. I considered a WRX. I considered a lot of different options, and I came to this, and I'm about to get into why, and I'm about to explain why I think I made the best decision out of all of the choices out there for a fuel-efficient daily. Let's go for a drive, and I will get into all of the perks of having this car as a daily, because honestly, I'm standing by my statement. This is one of the best dailies you can get. Oh yeah, this is a cold start, but it's like super quiet, especially compared to the Mustang, so I don't even know if the phone will be able to pick it up, but yeah, it's super quiet. I can hear the intake noises over the exhaust, so that's kind of funny. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade the exhaust yet. I'm not a huge fan of 4-cylinder turbo, or just 4-cylinder exhaust notes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Alright, so if you will just bear with me, please ignore this. This is not important. It popped up like 2 days ago. I think it's, I have a little bit of low pressure in one of the rear tires. It's probably because I've been having a lot of fun in this car. But yeah, the main reason I got this car, like I said, is for the fuel economy. And the reason for that, the reason I needed something that's fuel efficient, because, you know, the Mustang is a great daily, even with the supercharger. It drives smooth, it drives nice. I like it. But this, I had to get a fuel efficient car because of my job. And my job requires a good bit of driving. I drive roughly, I would say 200 to 300 miles a week. And driving 200 to 300 miles a week in the Mustang was, actually it was more than that. It's like 350 to 400, because I'm not even including the fact that I drove it on the weekends and stuff. So driving that car all the time, it was very expensive to go to the gas station, like more than once a week. I went more than once a week. So usually it was twice a week. It was an insane amount of money spent on gas. This is super fuel efficient. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually go for a drive. One of the best perks of driving this car is how smooth the driving experience is. And I mean, like, this car is so easy to drive. Like, anybody could get in this car and drive it just fine. I'm not saying that the Mustang's hard to drive, but you definitely, like, you know, you have to kind of, you have to know what you're doing a little bit to make sure you don't, like, you know, mess something up. But with this car, literally an 80-year-old could get in this car and drive it just fine. So that's a huge perk of driving this car in particular. I like how comfortable it is. This car is definitely lighter than the Mustang, and you can feel that in the turns. It's pretty tight. Right now I'm in dynamic mode. It has a comfort mode. I use that when I'm just highway cruising, but yeah, this car is super fun. I love it. It's all-wheel drive, so I can drive it in the rain, no problem. I've been in some pretty heavy storms in the Mustang, and it got pretty sketchy, I won't lie. And in this, I've also been in some, you know, downpours, and I can almost just floor it in the rain, and it won't care. The Quattro system all-wheel drive system in this car is just really, really impressive. I'm not going to get into quirks and features. If you want the quirks and features of this car, I'm sure there's a Doug DeMuro video out there somewhere for an Audi S3 or RS3. The RS3 is pretty much the same car, just with a different engine. So yeah, you definitely should go watch that if you want to hear about all the little stuff that I'm not going to get into. But yeah, I'm gonna turn right here, get on the highway. So I did a pull there off the ramp, and you know, I was going decently fast around the ramp. This car is definitely, for what it is, it's not even an RS3, it's just an S3. This thing is really, really performance oriented. I mean, you can tell. It's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to comfort. This car is very oriented towards performance, and you can really tell. And that's the thing, it really does have two personalities. It has the comfort, everyday drive, easy to drive mode, and then at any point in time you can switch into basically race car mode and have the time of your life. It only makes about 320 to the wheel. It has a tune and that's it. So no bolt-ons done to the car, nothing, no physical modifications to the car. It just has a stage 1 tune, and it makes about 320 to 330 to the wheel. So even though, you know, it's just over 300 to the wheel, this car is still an absolute blast to drive. It definitely lacks the top end power of the Mustang, obviously. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But when you're just cruising around town, or at, you know, stopping at lights and stuff, and you're gunning it, this is literally a blast to drive. I mean, it's so much fun to drive. Alright, so gonna test launch control here. I'm telling you, this car pulls so hard with only having just over 300 wheel. The all-wheel drive is doing wonders right now. There was absolutely zero spin. There was a little bit of wheel hop, but there was no spin. And just, man, it goes for a little 4-cylinder turbo. It goes. It really does. I also took this to my local drag strip. It's a 1/8 mile drag strip, and I ran it a few times. I had a buddy record one time. I'll pop that video on the screen now. I did use launch control in this as well, and as you can see, I mean, it just launches so hard. Top end, not that great. I mean, I knew I would get passed by the SS. I don't remember what all mods he had, but the top end of this car is not what's impressive. The impressive thing about this car is just both the launch and just the drivability and the torque that it has, the low end torque. This thing is going to be a blast to drive on mountain roads and stuff like that, and I can't wait to make some content with this car. So be sure to subscribe, and I'm going to definitely be making some more videos on this car pretty soon, so be on the lookout.